deal with the,
There you go.
oh, there, good. We got more volume. We got John in charge of the volume, so thank you. So we will begin our June 11th age-friendly Millinocket meeting. I had sent out stuff by email. You should have got their agenda and other important, some important or supporting documents there. So first off, hopefully everybody got a chance to look over the May minutes. I didn't hear back if any edits were needed, so I'm assuming that they were okay to motion to approve. And we're all set there. And so we're gonna start off with a farmers and artisans market. It doesn't have to be, I know you guys are looking at me, but it doesn't have to be that official, right?
No.
Doesn't have to be that official. We know that from our legal team. We don't have to be that official, but I appreciate your motion and your second and the nod. Hey, Mike.
How you doing?
Hi. I'm glad you can join us.
Hello.
Yeah, and the folks. So I'm wondering now if I should back up and do introductions. I don't know, Louis, that you've met Mike. Were you on Zoom last time? You're the new face in the room.
Yeah.
You're good?
Hello, yeah.
Okay.
Should I, so you want me to introduce myself?
Sure.
Okay, hey,
Yeah, do that.
hello, everyone. I'm Mike Carroll. I'm a new employee of the Eastern Area Agency on Aging. I'm their community ambassador. And I've been brought on to work well, to do a bunch of things, but mainly to work with the age-friendly communities like Millinocket.
Nice.
And all communities, but our goal is to perform outreach so that all communities can take advantage of the services Eastern Area Agency on Aging has to offer, right? And anyone that's doing some work with the Community Connector Grant will probably see and hear a lot more from me over the coming year.
Very good. And I have that application here,
Love that.
because I know that we had
Yeah.
talked about it. We just
Yeah.
hadn't settled on anything. And I know, Peter, are you able to come on at least for a minute? Can we see your face so you can meet Mike? And then I know you doing some other things in the background. So
I
this-
would love to, but my camera has fallen behind my desk when I lifted my sit stand, so I could do that. It may take me several minutes to
That's. I will
undo
let
the spaghetti tangle.
Okay, we'll let you do that problem solve, but I appreciate. So I just wanted Mike to know that our town manager is involved in our meetings. And so that's
Great.
just a little PR for us here. That's really good.
Oh, yeah, once in a while.
Yeah, yeah.
We always
As
have
needed.
some staff on, either way.
All right, great.
And a lot as requested. You weren't here. Let's go around the room because Michelle wasn't here either. I'm the common denominator. I get to have a pass, everybody. Right? And Robin, you weren't here. Oh, let's do.
Yeah, but I met Mike at
That's right.
the conference.
Right.
Yes,
Oh,
last
that's
week,
right.
last week. Yeah, Robin.
Okay.
I'm a
Yeah.
little bit different today, but.
In different uniforms.
Yeah. So Robin Steve.
We felt here, town council, like, hey,
Okay.
Tom Malcolm, Health and Safety Officer.
Diana Furukawa, I'm the director here at Millinocket Library.
All right.
Michelle McInnes, operations manager and community development coordinator with Our Katahdin.
John Martin, Millinocket Memorial Library Help Desk.
That's John.
I'm John Cody, I'm the fire chief here for the town of Millinocket.
Very good. Thanks for coming on camera. So yeah, you guys weren't here at the last meeting either. So that's that. Yeah. Good. I'm glad we took care of that. And then yeah, rewind, back up, whatever. There you are, Peter.
I'm Peter, and this is what I look like.
Appreciate that. Thanks, Peter. Thanks for being a good sport. Okay, so we're gonna go right into Barbara's not here. She wishes she could be here, but she shared some updates and I provided them in the agenda. And so she did meet with Amber and they put in the grant for Farm East credit for some pop-up tents. So we're hoping to hear good news about that. So we'll have those available at during the fair, but during the market during the season. A big logo update. I don't have color. My color print is not working, so it's black and white, but I sent it out to everybody just moments ago, an hour or so ago. So if you got to see it, this is what I'm considering, unless there's a whole uproar on this group, objection that it will be like our final, this will be what our logo is gonna look like. Yeah, oh,
Did see
good.
it, yeah.
Yeah,
Color version.
yeah, there's a nice color
Very
version.
colorful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it includes what we were hoping, because there's a lot of artisans there. and that-
Yes.
Yeah, we're working on the farmer part, so that encompasses both,
Who
so.
made the logo?
So Design Lab,
They did it.
Yep, this is version 3 kind of went back and forth. They worked with us to get us to this point, so. Very excited about that. And so also Amber was kind of waiting on it because she's gonna order some signage for the utilizing our new logo and yeah, to be able to get out the word about it, because I know we're still trying to recruit more farmers and participants. Do you have any updates, Tom, around that? That you know,
We haven't got any more applications. Had some people call and requesting, but I haven't been back yet.
and I know Barbara's doing a lot of boots on the ground and reaching out and sending applications and, right, she did send me an email. I'm trying to think, she heard from is it Russ Rogers? Is that? Yep, and he's going to be promoting, because he participates in the Lincoln Farmers Market, and as soon as we have the material, he's gonna pass it out and share it with the farmers and the. That's there, so. Is there not, did I think about another? I'm thinking there was another update and I didn't print that out, but yes. So I also sent the information that was in the community newsletter that Barbara shared with us last time. It was in the Millinocket newsletter to Lincoln News. Have my sister working on a press release. It might be in this week's paper. I'm not sure until I see the paper, but I guess we'll get that out there. So lots of work going on behind the scenes to make that happen. Any other updates, anything that I've forgotten or that we should be thinking about? I know porta potties are gonna be there. We took care of the funding for
That's
that,
all there.
and that's all there. One of them's handicap accessible.
We put one handicap.
Okay. And we do have the benches that we bought from the challenge grant that are over in the other storage unit. I wonder if we want to move them over. Do we have a place to store them?
Well,
The
we
park.
have that hot down there. You can't get a lot in that, so,
Okay,
you know, we're gonna decide what we want down there.
let's see what there is for space there.
I gotta talk to Jody because we're trying to do something different with trash cans this year, so. I think we're gonna have trash cans there. That will be bolted to something. And they'll be there all the time, so we're gonna have to take those in. Those take a lot of, we have to store them in the hut. So. See where that's going. I know that the trash cans came in the other day, because. They brought them all town office.
Okay.
They need to be decorated.
Well, I don't, I don't know, that's not me.
Opportunity for more color, that's all.
As far as painting.
Smiley face.
Yeah, because I know we had purchased those other ones,
We've
Wanted to
got,
blend
we've
in.
got some.
but they're on wheels and could
Ours
be
are on
easily.
wheels.
Just-
We got them for these kind of events. I mean, we'll have those down there unless they put some that are gonna be permanent there for the summer. They won't do that, but. We have 4 of our own.
And I was just thinking about the benches, just so we'd have places for people to sit, just encourage people to hang around a little bit more. We could just figure out a.
Yeah, and
Maybe
we
a
got
gathering
the,
spot.
we got the. Stands turned around, so those are. Facing parking lot now.
All right, so it's coming together. Here we are in June, because July 6th is coming right up.
It's coming really quick. So on the signage that. Well,
Logo.
that's gonna go on our material
And it,
along with a trailer Millinocket, correct?
yes,
Okay.
yes, it'll be co-branded, yes.
That's fine.
We're not gonna lose, we're not gonna lose that opportunity, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I think the logo looks great. I'm glad we're moving forward.
Yeah.
It's something, because it's just really important, I think, to get it promoted now, and
Yeah.
I would just emphasize, like, we've seen here at the library that word of mouth, I mean, whether it's literally word of mouth or sending a personal email, like, that goes a long way for getting people to show up.
Mhm.
And I think the success of the first couple markets will set the tone for the rest of the summer and just encourage the vendors. And so whatever we can do, even if you're not personally a farmer's market person, just like tell your friends, I guess.
Yeah.
Tell your colleagues to help make this a success. But want to thank Jane and Barbara and everyone for all the
Yeah,
the
I
effort
mean-
that's gone in so far. Exciting.
welcome, but it was the brainchild of others, not just help moving along, but
Yeah.
along those ideas, as far as getting people down there, it'd be great. And I know we talked about before, if there was an opportunity, a socialize, a chance to be social or, there's always a chance to be social, but if there's something, not an activity or something else to encourage people to sit down and just talk and visit with each other. So I'm not sure what that would look like. Or if there's children's events to get parents to get their kids down there, but I know that takes more work and more coordination and more volunteers, but to make it a happy space in town for people, yeah, to get down and be there. So we need to be thinking about those sort of things. So thank you, Diana.
July 6th.
Yeah.
Coming up.
And that will, and so there's gonna be a lot of people in town,
Good.
so we gotta
Yeah.
figure out like how to, yeah. Around for the 4th of July activities, so.
Is it on the 4th of July posters as something? Oh. That's or-
I think it is, I can't, I thought it was on,
I'm pretty sure that's,
because we're doing an afternoon, we're doing something when that ends,
Okay,
we're gonna have band. Bike, bike rodeo, stuff like that, too, so.
down in the park
in
area,
the- Yeah,
okay.
so maybe as much as we can co-promote that, you know, it's a great opportunity to have a good kickoff.
Yeah.
People already down there.
So,
Just looking it up.
yeah, so that's, yeah. That's good to bring that up, Diana, because we won't have another meeting before the 4th of July, before that weekend. So we want to make something happen or to drum up business, so to speak.
I'm sorry, are we still wondering, is the farmer's market is that day that's on the list? 9 to 2, it says grand opening for the season, bandstand, jam, 5 to 8.
it's on the flyer. Yeah, I
Great.
thought it
Good,
was, but,
good, yeah.
and we've got more of those flyers, if anybody knows any place for them, the posters. We Still got some at the town office.
And so I'm thinking
Helps
for,
our side.
so Robin, for, when we did, the snow down, you bought that large, it was a Connect Four, what was that large?
Oh, that game, yep, it's in the shed, that Connect Four.
Like, board game.
Or sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's something we could,
You could at least have that
Right, yeah.
down there where if somebody has little kids, you know, they could, yeah,
even cost.
we were looking for one for Kids Day.
Oh, is it?
Can I ask, if, I don't know a lot about the farm share program, but will farm shares be eligible to participate in this?
Yes.
And would you have like an enrollment day? I don't know how long it takes to get approved, but in anticipation of this.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Okay.
I should mention that. No, good. So Carwin Farms, we know Steve and Brittany are, have said that they will be there that day. And they're usually the share, so we have some farmers out of Chester. that are gonna
Just
be-
sign you up or to.
But I think it can be a little bit of both. Brittany actually stopped in. I saw her today and she was headed over to, the Commodity Box, was the senior box that come in today, the day for pickup and people go over, carry them off. They asked her to be over there to do sign ups, so. she
Nice.
stopped
Yeah,
by.
that's where entered my brain. I was hearing that somewhere.
Yeah, so. So I believe they'll be able to do, they don't have the, it'll be sign up, because I'm not sure what they have ready to give them, yeah. That date, so sign up, so, good. We have that info. Perfect. All right, John's still on, yay. I'm gonna go to file a life, the community initiative. I was able to bring the rest of the box of 250, so we've got 300 to work with. And he's working on, I'm gonna roll that up. Do you have anything that you want to share about that? At this
Yeah.
point, or-
Yeah, so thank you guys for the help with that. So the crew's working on getting those packets put together. We fell a little bit behind because of the recent events last week with the fires, so I'm a little bit behind getting dates out on that, but we do have dates that we plan on being over to the library on next Friday, the 21st, for their event, to have a outside table all set up with the ambulance, so we'll be able to hand those out there at that event. I did reach out to Michelle to set up a table at the Elks on Thursday nights for the bingo event, so we plan on being at each location. The bingo event, I don't have worked out the date yet for that, but I'm hoping to do 1 to 2 Thursday nights there for the bingo event. Then we'll have them available here on the ambulances itself, to hand out during calls and also have them in the building for people to come and get if they're not able to make it there to one of the events.
Thank you. We'll have to make sure we do like a press release around that too, so work on some media around that, Tom.
How are we gonna handle that at, like at the Elks, that bingo, because you're gonna have people from all over here.
Yeah.
And not just knowing our.
Not all, no, oh no, a lot from
Yeah.
outside, so just
So-
Further out
Yeah,
Medway.
I hadn't thought about that.
if you. And that, you know, what John's thoughts are on it, but
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a little hard, to ask, or say, hey, no, you can't have one because you're not a resident. Guess I really never put that much thought into that, knowing that there's a lot of outside residents.
I think for the amount, I don't think it would be a big deal, and I could get more if we actually ran out because we gave them, it's a good thing.
It'd
to
be a good
have
problem to have.
Yeah.
If you gave them all
Yeah.
out. I mean, with the mutual aid agreements, like, I mean, it could be helpful to John if he's helping someone in East Millinocket and they have that on their fridge, but that's just my opinion.
in having sat in that seat for a long time. The thing you got to remember is if you give something like that out here, that doesn't mean that Patton or Sherman is gonna, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So we should. Probably John should touch base with Kevin and Island Falls, just so they know that those might be appearing in their areas as well, John.
Yep.
Just so we don't surprise anybody. The worst thing you can do to a fire chief is surprise them that they don't know it's coming.
Probably why
Yeah,
they
well, that's easy enough.
bring it to home and show them, say, do one of these.
Yeah, and I. Surprise, I get information from you, I'm here to help you, and it might be a good surprise, because that information is written down here.
It'd be great if people use them the way they're supposed to, because,
Yeah.
I mean, it made a difference when we had them here before.
Yeah.
Especially if you got to a place where the spouse is very upset and didn't know what was going on, didn't know anything. It's all right in there. If there's a living will, if there's directive, anything is right in there, so.
People have to, and that's what I understand, though, people have to provide their.
You have to,
directives,
yeah, you
not
have
like
to
write
do
it
it.
down.
Yeah, but you
Right.
have one.
You actually have to have the
Yep.
paperwork.
You have to have,
Yeah,
it tells you that right in that packet.
but and so that's part of the concern, I think, as far as the education piece around that, the people, there is actually a sheet that AARP, and that came
Yep.
with the.
Yes.
That was created, I don't know if it's the Center on Aging, but they created directions on how to fill them out, and that's. So.
And I'm drawing up another sheet to put in with it, as part of that handout that you gave us, or Jane, on, the advanced directives, living wills. Those copies need to be present. If not, then we have to perform life safety
Yeah,
measures. So
yeah.
we recently ran into that with a couple of different families here, they didn't want us to do anything, but they didn't have the paperwork on hand, so we had to continue until they could provide it, unfortunately, so.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, there's a lot to consider, factors that.
And I've still got somebody looking for those other ones. The lady I talked to said, yeah, I remember those. There's a box of them. So, yeah, there was a hole.
Somewhere in storage of.
They were at the Baptist church, but she's not really sure where she was still checking for me.
And so we know these are like the most up to date, like we have 300 of these, John, and then if we need more, we'll figure out how to get more. I know it's a huge initiative statewide. I know at that conference that we're at, there's a lot of communities that are doing. Yeah, and if they get out there and people have questions. And so John, whatever that one pager that you're creating is that people have questions or interested, let them, have your contact information. If you need to add mine, that can be fine too. Let me know more about they work. I'll just direct it back to you and. I just anyway, no, but this is great, yeah, work on that. All right, and I mean, we do so much on social media anyway, so I'm sure you probably have that part covered, but if you want to get a press release in about it, that would be good. And our local reporter on it. Have a little connection. Thanks, John.
No problem.
So community garden update. So I'm realizing that I left one of our volunteers' names off the list. So Dave Souza, I know him because he works with me up at the fitness center. But he has put in a bunch of volunteer hours and sort of set works on setting mulch down, cleaned it up and, you know, mowed it and got it ready. So, but also David Eugene, I know, has done some painting, and I think he's working with some children for a new sign. Is he gonna or something? So we got a couple people that are spending a lot of volunteer hours over there. We really appreciate what they've done. David Souza had contacted Scott's and got some mulch donated, and I turned sent a thank you note to them on the behalf of the committee. So, yeah, and I think there might be one plot that's available that has a. Those are being utilized. And I know one of the last, there was issues last year, people stuff that didn't belong to them. So I think maybe I'm just gonna signage, I don't know any other way or what to do down there other than, you know, it's just community garden, but it's members only, I don't know. I wanna stand back and look.
Plant your own.
And so, and Amber had ordered a compost bin and I think the book comp so that they can get water from the street there, so. So,
Yeah, I'm thinking about signage because it might really not be clear that it's not
Yeah.
a free
Right.
for all. I mean,
People
there are
might think
community
it's a
gardens.
Community garden, oh, I can go in
Yeah,
and pick whatever I
exactly.
want.
So I wonder if some kind of simple signage that even just says, hey, and do you want to plot? Contact, you know, the town or something like that. Cause yeah, I suspect a lot of that wasn't necessarily malicious, just like not knowing.
Something catchy, yeah. If you plant here, you may pick here, otherwise, yeah, hands off.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think that was. One small, it's not a small issue if you're, you know, a child and you've been planting there and something.
Yeah.
And that happens, you know. So I guess that's the thing that we need to work on, or maybe eventually get cameras down there, but that's a different thing that's sort of in the works. So that's another great, nice sort of update, things that are going on, stuff that originated from this. Which reminds me, so when you have this colorful looking paper in front of you, I had created this basically sort of a highlights of some of our accomplishments. I attended that conference last week and just had them all on a resource table so people could see what they can going on. So, had some extra and brought them here to share with you. The different things that we're working on. You guys can all take pride in that. You guys have your hands in that as well. I will give two more updates and then we can go to see what other, in the other section. No, Tracy Perry's not here tomorrow. At 1 o'clock. Do you know what the perfect way to speak about it, or do you?
John, do you know more about the Nesterly than I do?
No, we know the exact same amount.
Okay.
I sent it out in that email that I sent to you folks about tomorrow here at 1 o'clock, great. To learn more about the Nesterly program, from the Maine State Housing Authority, and I know. Tracy is now on a committee for this Nesterly program, so
Yeah.
this is something that she's so passionate about too. And it's, I'm gonna come learn more about it. It said it. I'll just reiterate that Nesterly is a safe and easy service that helps you benefit from the extra space in your home while building intergenerational friendships. But I think it's just folks that are living alone. Have room, have space to take in moving. And so the living arrangement, not that easy, and there's a lot of secure, a lot of safety things that are.
A lot of safety
so,
things.
so I think what they do is they match you up. It's a screening process, they match you up. So tomorrow I'm gonna learn more about that, and for anybody that wants to attend, open invitation, time for them. You know, housing is an issue.
And I've tried to find out through the state, and the state has no information whatsoever.
To give more.
Yeah, because how's this gonna work? We have ordinances, in the town of Millinocket that we have to follow. So how is this all gonna work? if you start taking people into your house, then your house is considered a rental. It has to be by safety code.
Those would be some good questions tomorrow.
That's- yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah,
I do
because I
think
called them
it's- yeah,
and they said, oh, we don't know yet. That's what-
it's a pilot program. They're
Yeah,
still figuring it out.
trying to
And
figure it
I
out.
think, yeah, that's part of the idea is tomorrow to answer those types of questions. So.
See you there, Tom.
Tomorrow's busy.
Okay. All right.
But you're retired.
Yeah, yeah.
You work part-time. what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, but at least, yeah, you're working behind the scenes still right on it. Do you want to talk about I did, I guess, for another promote that as well?
Yes, so, mental health first aid, you should have all received an email that has, this, flyer as an attachment. And basically there's going to be a mental health, first aid training here at the library on June 18th from 9 to 5. Yes, that is an all-day affair. And it's good for absolutely anybody in the community. And so it'll handle teaching folks to recognize common signs and symptoms of mental illness, and how to interact with a person in crisis. So please do pass along the word, and you have to register with Lori, whose information is on the flyer.
And not the change in date, because when we met last time, it was supposed to be tomorrow, it's Thursday, and then I got changed to next Tuesday. So.
Yeah, and again, spread the word. I mean, anyone who's in customer service, in schools, it's a great opportunity to take it in person. It's very hard to get an in-person training in this part of the state. So,
And it's free.
yeah.
A low price of free.
Yeah, I would include dementia and Alzheimer's, mental health.
Mhm.
I think that's part of it as well.
Oh, no, certainly, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And so, you have somebody coming in to do the training and it's in this space right here?
Yes, so it'll be done by the University of Maine Center on Aging. And so Laura Bishop.
All right, hope to see some of you here. I signed up for that too. No, it's really good. I've had another training and it was a few years ago, so it'd be great refresher. Yeah, and you mentioned that too. Dawn. Yeah.
Super. Staff members over there at the cafe to show up.
Oh, that'd be great.
That would be great.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm curious. The
Uh,
cafe?
Yeah, it's new to me too. We have this is, I called it a cafe, but is that what they call it, or an access point? Cafe, yeah, it's over in the Stern building. Over in the right hand side corner. They serve meals at least once a week.
Oh, okay, I see, yeah, Stearns Assisted.
So not, so Tuesday, I knew there was a couple,
Yeah.
yeah, 2 or 3 days. Yeah. Before COVID, it was like 4 days a week. We used to go over there and have. So just the meals that they provide. So actually, I think this site is meals upstairs. I think it's a little bit different. Do they still do that? too? Yeah, yeah, the people that get together for the meals up there. They're providing. They're upstairs. Other eastern area sites, I think that those are. Yeah. The Meals on Wheels, Meals on Wheels program. Yeah. We'll have.
To do that. Or here, you go.
I'll get them over there. We can do that. And I think that's great. You brought up a great point. There's some people that don't know the resources. That are, and that building. Yeah, yeah. And we talked about that before, maybe having one of our meetings over there. So,
Seems to be fun space.
which is the parking, you have to park, so parking is the issue, and hard to get in, but. Hey, who has an update that they want to share? Or I'll just bring up, another topic if I have to. Do you have an update?
No.
You don't, that was it,
Oh.
yeah. Yeah.
If John isn't gonna share one, I'll just share a little bit from MML. I think most of you will have heard, we did rebrand our resource navigation program as the help desk, probably 6 weeks ago. And, it's been going well so far. I think I just wanted to remind everyone, we help with technology and with resource navigation, because we often find that those things go hand in hand. You can make an appointment, for someone by stopping in, calling, or filling out a form on our website. And I think just an observation is that we're finding a lot of people come in for a technology need, but actually there's a lot of other stuff going on that comes up in the process. So just wanted to reiterate that. And then in terms of some of we think of them as like preventative programs that we're trying to do, bringing social services and resource providers here to connect people before there's an issue. I just wanted to mention, we have the Office of Family Independence here on Mondays. Sorry if you already mentioned some of this before, but they started last week and they are here basically 10 to 5 or is it 10 to 4? I don't know, basically all day on Mondays to sign people up for a lot of the benefits that are handled by OFI. So SNAP, Main Care, TANF, programs like that, and they can help with other questions about navigating DHS. So they are doing a rebrand of their own, and it's been hard to promote that. They have a lot of appointments that they've already scheduled, but that is great because it's hard to access, again, those government services here in person in Millinocket. So that's kind of similar to the Penquist style LIHEAP sign-up programs that we did, and we're hoping to get that launched again later in the summer. Don't have the exact details about that yet. So just wanted to let you all know about that. And lastly, we are working on developing some pretty in-depth resource guides that are local specific to the region. I think a lot of you have seen our general like basic needs resource guide we have here, just based on questions that we get all the time about food pantries or things like that. But one of the ones we're working on now is about contractors in the area. So we are calling contractors and saying, are you in business? Are you willing to take on new customers? Do you work with Efficiency Maine or Penquist, for their emergency home repair program? So I kind of see this as a precursor if we do want to get back into the like handy helpers idea, or just do other work in the areas of housing and home repair, is just to inventory that. So if you know contractors, send their information to John and we're working through that and just trying to inventory all those options available in our area. Especially, I mean, even contractors is kind of like an intense sounding word, but like who's shoveling snow, who's mowing lawns, who's roofing, all those types of things that people need to stay in their homes. So spread the word. When it's a little bit more fleshed out, I'm sure we'll be sharing that and other resource guides for input from you all. Yeah. Oh, and if you know of places in the area where people can pay to take a shower, let us know. That's another random, the questions you don't think you're answering at the library that tend to come up. There's some campgrounds or things that we have leads on, but if you know of anything, that is a need that we have.
Can you tell me what the OFI stand for again?
Office of Family Independence.
Set up a hose in the backyard.
I think he meant his
Don't mind.
backyard.
Oh, your bad. Oh, okay.
50 cents a
I'll
cow.
take you up on that, Louis. Send him your way.
Jane and Louie, maybe that's an opportunity to create a revenue stream for the town. We could put an
There you
outdoor
go,
shower
there you
in
go.
Great Northern Park, right next to the
Yeah.
municipal building and,
That's the dark corner
charge to
there.
use it.
Yeah,
Public bathrooms, public showers.
yeah.
Yeah, I love
Um,
it. Let's do it.
You'd get a lot of people from the park or AT hikers.
I'm kidding. Yeah.
The town.
They'll pay anything for a shower
Good
once
show.
they finish the trail.
Yeah. Free entertainment.
You're pretty down, yeah.
Same
Right
thing with the big
downtown,
bathroom.
Yeah, we need indoor facilities, not outdoor.
Little cold in the winter.
No, but thank you for sharing, because you do hear a lot about the community needs that we are not aware of. We gotta preserve human dignity and love as well.
Definitely.
It's very, yeah, it's hard to hear that stuff. But we need to work on solutions. And you brought up the whole idea of handy helpers. So I went back, we do, like, I've been able to share, like, we've had some great successes, things that are happening. So like, what are we gonna work on next so that we don't just like, get stagnant? And I know there's a couple of things that have come up recently, Jared Pond being one of them. And we actually have, that needs upkeep, and we actually had it in our action plan to make sure that that was ADA accessible, so that we can have events down here that are age friendly and accessible for all. And I'm just gonna put one other thing out there because it came up at the conference that we were attending. It was just talked about disaster preparedness. We have it in here that we want to increase public awareness of resources available in the local disasters. I know going forward, we want to work with Don from the fire department. I know they're working on some different plans, so just want to be part of that. I know that we're a resource as well, but can I lean on you for a minute? Michelle, I know you've got some ideas around Jared Pond, and maybe we can pull this committee in. I know that I would be willing to.
And keep in mind, I'm not aware of what is going on or not going on already as far as in progress work. I did speak with our manager recently, and he told me some things are in the works, so that's positive. Jerry Pond, first and foremost, is near and dear to my heart. I think it's a neglected space that is for all ages, and it's right here in our community. It doesn't need a whole lot, just some TLC. And by that, I mean just maintenance, picking up a new sign that would bring it up to date and make it feel more current and more visibly attended to. There's some speaker wire and speakers up in the trees that could easily be taken down. The sign on the way in, I don't know if that's planned to be replaced or not. Just picking up branches. And I know a lot of us just go down there and just start picking up to move things out of the way. And obviously every year Elks uses the space in conjunction with American Legion for Kids Day. So it's usually a big push to see that that's taken care of and done, that the lawn's mowed just beforehand, that the dock is in the water. My daughter had a wedding there a year ago, and it just wasn't completely up to par from what I was told it would be. So there's just certain circumstances where it breaks my heart to see something not get the attention that it truly deserves. And it is utilized, but I think it would be utilized a lot more if it was more appealing to everybody, and that the pride showed in the park itself. So whether that means volunteers or just bringing it out and about, talking about it more often, and seeing what other people have for ideas and who wants to lean in and help.
So I can address, and I know,
So I can jump in on that real
okay,
quick.
David, thank you.
So Michelle, when we talked, some of the stuff that I had mentioned was a possibility, but now has become certain. So we are replacing the dock as early as next week. We're ordering the new security cameras this week, which will help us keep an eye on the property. The signs are being replaced and actually have already been ordered. Let's see. The property maintenance will be done very soon. I know that for a fact. And let's see what else is going on over there.
Sidewalk repair then?
It's actually not bad.
Not bad.
That will be a bigger project that we'll need to find some money for, but definitely on the radar. Yeah, that might be about it, but within the next 2 weeks, you'll see some major improvements over there.
I love you more every day, Mr. Manager.
And do what I can.
Oh, God. Yeah, because, the town received a lot of, what's the word? Feedback, yeah, I'm trying to kind of spin that puzzle, thank you, currently about the status of Jerry Pond, and so, Peter gave us some background information on just staffing a lot of things that, and understandably, not understandably, but it's
It
Yeah,
really
which-
is a
there's always
culmination of
reasons.
so many things that have taken
Yeah.
place over the last year to year and a half. With staffing and leaves of absence and lack of equipment. It's been one thing after another, people pulling double duty. But you know, as of last week, and we have one final interview tomorrow, staffing is all where it should be. And as long as the council approves our budget amendment on Thursday night, we'll have that trailer we need to for the rec maintenance crew to, I say crew, it's one person, to transport the maintenance equipment from the hut to the individual parks around town.
Spend it like you stole
What did he say?
I don't like to go.
I'm trying to. Well, it's already in the budget. We
That's
just
right.
didn't need it for
Spend it
another
like a
reason, and
habit.
we
We
can
have
use
it.
it for something else so long as you approve it to be spent from a
it.
different
Don't tell
line.
Bruce that.
Oh, God.
And Peter, I just want to also just remind you that, and I meant it when I said it, if it means getting a group of volunteers together, I can certainly do that as well, so.
Well,
I'd
as
rather-
soon as this, as soon as this meeting's over, I'm going to grab my mower and my weed whacker and I'm headed up there. And that's not a joke, but if anybody
Cool.
wants to join me, you're more than welcome.
I need a little more notice, but yeah, you know, I meant it.
But all, you know, beyond what I
Thank
can handle, Evan, you know, once we have that trailer, we'll be able to move his stuff around a lot easier and take care of it more regularly.
Thank you.
So Michelle, when is Kids Day?
The 28th,
Of June.
Saturday in June, yeah, last Saturday in June. 29th. Say 28th, it's 11 to 2,
It's too bad we didn't have the budget to man it like we used to when I was a kid.
you know,
We used to spend a lot of time up there.
yeah.
Oh, lifeguard.
You have the power to do that.
The wharf,
Now, you-
Say that again, Peter?
I said, you have the power to do that, Louis,
Spend it like you
and
have
your
it.
your 6 colleagues.
I would also like to see the Katahdin Gear Library be able to work alongside that space in a sense, like last year was the first time they came to Kids Day and they showed kids how to use the kayaks, how to put on a life jacket, how to get out there and play in the water in that sense. You know, it may not be the optimal place to swim anymore,
Right.
for safety reasons, and obviously what we all know is the leash situation. But yeah, you know, I just think there's a lot of opportunity.
Absolutely.
Always, that's not a problem.
Yeah, I'd like
Just
to be able
swim
to
with
kayak.
Maybe, I don't know, I haven't been in it in
A little
30 years.
salt.
But kayaking is beautiful there, especially once you get out a little further and you can see the mountain and, you
Right,
know, and it's just right there.
It's a
You do that on your lunch
beautiful
hour, so.
It's a beautiful space.
right, we'll make a plan. There you go. Age-friendly committee, we'll meet up there for lunch.
Next meeting in kayak.
That's right.
I know we did like the Earth Day cleanup last year and it didn't happen this year, but Jerry Pond could be a great site for next year to do a cleanup. So we're well ahead of the summer events and stuff.
Will you remind us as it gets?
Yeah.
closer to-
I will.
We'll get in the meeting minutes, but at the same time, when it comes next year. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, no, I apologize. Apologize for that, not, I know Arcton usually coordinates that and that didn't happen this year. It was a strange spring for one and too early, too late. Last year, we just didn't have a lot of participation, so every little bit helps, but be nice to have a focal point and really make an impact.
Anything else for today? So if we followed our similar schedule as far as meeting, do we meet July? We meet July 9th. What is the
The Tuesday.
The Tuesday.
Yes,
In July.
That works.
After the 4th of July, the 9th of July.
I believe we have the Pokemon Club happening in the summer that might conflict with this time a little bit. And there's also a science program here that afternoon. So it could be, I mean, could be our chance to go over to the cafe or do it Eastern area, or, you know, we could do a different day of the week.
So basically we keep the date, we just gotta figure out where we're gonna meet. Like there, or it might be somewhere else. There
What
might be-
cafe is this?
the,
Eastern area.
Eastern area, sure.
Never been there.
me either. The field trip.
So we'll
There you go.
we'll see if we can make that happen. It might, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Anything happened with the ownership of that building?
what's that?
Anything happened with the ownership of that business, Stearns system?
His son is running it. His son is running the business.
Separate meeting, different topic.
Getting in the weeds.
So, yeah, thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you, this manager, that you press record, so I have something to do. It's gonna be very helpful. Yeah, head over to Jerry Pond, get the manager a bottle of water or something. Thanks, Peter. So, we'll end
We'll get
today's
stuck in
meeting. We'll
sand.
be back.
Yeah.
at 15 minutes of the hour.
Stuck on my lawn the other
Thank
day.
Peter.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oh,
in one of the hedges in front of the house. You got
Sorry,
stuck.
what was that?
Yeah, thank you
Oh,
for
that's-
joining. You can
We're
come
done.
out.
Water.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, wonderful. Yeah, my pleasure.
Cheers. He's like, "Yeah."
Have fun, guys.
Bye.
Knock on